Today there is a lot of news from the Seversk direction. Here, in a demonstration of tactical precision, Ukrainian fighters from the famous Edelweiss Brigade showcased a brilliantly structured defensive operation that ensures the destruction of even the largest Russian mechanized assaults. This coordinated defense not only crushed the attacking force, but also set a new benchmark for how fortifications should be designed and defended in modern warfare. The goal of the Russian operation in this region is to establish control over Seversk, a vital logistics hub for Ukraine and a strategic barrier to assaults against Lyman and Sloviansk. The city benefits from natural defenses, including the Serebryansky forest to the northeast, which has been crucial in repelling Russian assaults. To the southeast, several hill ridges further protect the area, with one near Ivanodarivka serving as a key Ukrainian stronghold. While the village itself is in a lowland, the surrounding elevated terrain, along with a small river and a large water reservoir, creates a formidable barrier against enemy advances. This part of the front line is also protected by the well-experienced Ukrainian 10th Mountain Assault Brigade Edelweiss. To increase their chances of a successful breakthrough, Russian forces conducted a multi-stage attack. First, the Russians carried out a series of precision strikes on the supposed locations of Ukrainian personnel and equipment near Sloviansk with Iskander missiles. Immediately after, they intensified the shelling of the hill ridge above Ivanodarivka, using thermobaric artillery systems to maximize the impact. Once the artillery preparation was complete, Russian forces initiated a large-scale assault involving 22 armored vehicles, including 7 tanks, 13 BMPs, and 2 empty Elbis, supported by approximately 120 soldiers. Since Russian forces were controlling the opposing hill ridge and using the village of Berestov as a staging ground for the assaults, their strategy was to advance rapidly along the road from Berestov towards Ivanodarivka to charge through and seize the strategic stronghold on the hill from the southeast. The Russians decided to avoid the fields due to dense mining. Despite the intense shelling in the preceding hours, the Ukrainian defenders were well prepared for this scenario. They detected the Russian column early. However, it is important to note that they did not engage the Russian column immediately. Instead, they waited until the column began driving perpendicular to the Ukrainian stronghold, exposing the entire assault group all at once. Once all the Russians were in direct view, the Ukrainians engaged the leading vehicle with kamikaze drones, successfully immobilizing it. As the Russian soldiers disembarked from the disabled infantry fighting vehicle, the Ukrainians deployed additional drones to drop grenades on them, effectively neutralizing the threat. The other Russian vehicles were slowed down, but still tried to advance closer to the Ukrainian stronghold. Capitalizing on the high ground, the Ukrainians had strategically positioned their anti-tank guided missile operators, who utilized the domestically produced Stognapi system to engage the advancing Russian armored column. Geolocated images from this deadly ambush reveal how multiple Ukrainian ATGM crews opened fire at the Russian vehicles from the left flank, neutralizing them one by one, while surviving Russian troops fled in panic to save their lives. The original uncensored combat footage of this Ukrainian defense operation can be found on our Telegram channel through the link in the description. Once the Ukrainians managed to stop the Russian column around a kilometer in front of Ivanodarivka, they continued mercilessly targeting the remaining vehicles with FPV drones, ensuring that not a single Russian soldier could make it to the village alive and preventing any chance of the enemy establishing a foothold there. In the aftermath of the battle, according to available geolocated footage shared by soldiers of the 10th Ukrainian Brigade, without suffering any casualties themselves, they destroyed 6 out of 7 Russian tanks, 9 out of 13 BMPs, and killed or wounded half of the troops participating in the assault. Overall, the Ukrainian fighters in this region have created a well-designed defense structure, leveraging the high ground and forcing Russian assault units to expose their flanks during attacks. Confident in their defense configuration, the Ukrainians also showed great patience, ensuring they did not engage the enemy too early. This allowed them to maximize the damage, destroying 75% of all armor and 50% of manpower within several minutes. This operation set a high standard for defense and serves as an example to emulate for other Ukrainian brigades. If you're against the invasion of Ukraine and you want to support the work that I am doing, Consider making a purchase in the online store UA Supporter. Here you can find a lot of products with Ukrainian symbols to not only show your support for this channel, but also for Ukraine. The link to the online store is in the description. Thank you for watching this report, and I will see you in the next one.